Good afternoon, it's Matt Rogers, Skywatcher, UK, 28th of April 2017, and we have more on the Mexico cams. We will see these images. We see the reflections and the colourings on the Mexico cams. Every single day we're seeing the evidence on all different cams, and it's so important to push the truth out there because this huge object, these huge heavenly bodies are now reflecting on our horizons. And we're seeing this all the time. Been many reports from the southern hemisphere, from Mexico as well, from other subscribers, saying that they're seeing different shades and also these high chemtrails, and people being affected down there as well. And we are also being affected in the northern hemisphere and across the world as well, in the USA to Australia. Every part of the globe is being affected by these chemtrails all the time because NASA, never a straight answer, will not say a word. They will not pass the information to news media to acknowledge the truth that we're all being affected by this. I believe they need to stop these chemtrails because we just know what they're doing now, and it's a fight and a losing battle all the time. As we have these huge objects that are now in front of our sun, and they're still using this simulator all the time. And here on this Mexico cam, you can see this blue haze on the right hand side from another heavenly body, and this red reflection on the left side. Now this is before the sun comes up. The sun hasn't even come up yet. And those chems are breaking up now. They can't hold the situation tight shut out there on the horizon because the heat now is coming through from that binary twin. And again, these huge solar flares from the coronal holes are just causing a lot of problems to our atmosphere, and the magnetic pull of our Earth is being battered every single day, all the time. And these hazes you can see on the left hand side, you can see this cloud of cloth of greyness, and also it's full of aluminium and barium. It's hurting and harming humanity all the time, but we're strong. We don't need those chemtrails. We can think of another way to survive. Because the past people that was seeing these heavenly bodies come through, they had a huge pole shift. And this is what's going to happen again. So what is the point? They should just let everybody notice this. But again, they just want to keep the banking system going. They want to keep us paying our taxes to their bankings, and also the powers to be just don't want anybody to acknowledge this. They just don't want no one to see what's going on. I'm going away for a couple of days as well, and I will just for a short break, and I'll be back again shortly. So just got to keep the information going, haven't we? Because it's so evident that we've got a huge object in front of our sun right now. Here on this Mexico cam, you can see this yellow glow in the sky. Now this is well before the sun comes up. This haze, you could see those chemtrails. Now, if there was no trails, we would see a body up there on the right hand side. There is definitely something up there that's behind those chems. Now these aeroplanes, these chemtrails, turbine planes, jets that spray our skies early hours of the morning, there's no fighting of the situation because they're just far too small towards what's going to happen. Our Earth is so small towards these heavenly bodies. Nibiru and Helion are massive giants, with this brown dwarf star, Nemesis, a huge object that's incoming. And we can see it in the skies at night as well. We can see that the Orion's belt is acting very strangely. All the other stars don't look like they were before in the past. They look so dim and dark because they are spraying the night sky as well. They're spraying our moon all the time. The moon is being completely cloaked and sprayed at night. You can see on this other Mexico cam that glow on the horizon and that blue reflection to the right hand side. Evident that there is another body. We have more heavenly bodies that are reflecting on the horizons now. If this cam was pointing the other way, you would see a lot of pink reflections from another heavenly body. So please, I urge you all, especially the ones in Mexico and the USA, round in Australia, the Far East and Russia, and also the UK. just urge you to please look at those horizons in the early morning start of the sunrise. You will see those huge different light sources that are coming in from out there. Also, the Kuiper Belt. There's so much trash that's being pushed through the Kuiper Belt. Asteroids smashing together and heading towards our Earth on flybys. Huge asteroids that have been reported. They're slowly spoon feeding us the information. But if they just come out with it straight away, yes, it would cause mass panic and it would cause devastation to our land and the banking system. But at least they are warning us. There has been no warning of this yet. You could see that the sun is burning twice as hot on this image, on this Mexico cam, and burning through those chemtrails. The aluminium and also the other natural clouds are being burnt away. It's just so evident that we're heading towards this huge pole shift. Again, it's been shifted before the Earth 6 times before on this ecliptic orbit of these heavenly bodies, because they are coming in now. They have passed the sun and they are between us and the sun. And the evidence is just growing every single day. But again, NASA will not say a word. They will not say nothing. They caught it on the Hubble telescope back in the early days. They announced it in 1983. Dr. Harrington lost his life. Many others have lost their lives as well because of this huge incoming situation. And again in August, we're having a huge solar eclipse. And I believe we will get to see those heavenly bodies on that eclipse as well. And here you can see evident that these chemtrails are darkening the sky with that simulator that's in front of the sun. I mean, on this image, the sun should be nice and bright like a normal yellow sun that we've seen glowing in the past years. But now we're just seeing this white object that's dimming our sun. And those chemtrails to stop us seeing those other objects with this huge amount of UV rays heading down to our Earth's core that's causing these huge earthquakes that are now not 2.9 magnitudes, they're now 5.6 magnitudes. The earthquake tremors are growing now to a higher rate all the time. And it's a point in time in our lives now that we know that the planet and the world around us is changing, because it's been in the Bible that wormwood has been here in the past. And also, I mean, it says in the Bible that the waters will become bitter. And it's so evident. You need to read between the lines of lots of information to get the truth. You could see that red haze above that light reflection from another heavenly body. That red haze from Nibiru. And also on the bottom right hand corner of that volcano, you can see that yellow haze where those heavenly bodies are incoming now. There's 3 different colours on the screen. You can see this is so evident. This is not from our natural sun. Now back in 1990, 2000, early 2000s, you would just see a yellow light source coming up on the horizon. That would have been our sun, the Sol. But now we've got these other objects reflecting all the time. And it's so much evidential now. And other people on other channels are seeing the same things. We're all seeing the same page. We're all on the same page. And you, the subscribers, are fantastic, because you're sticking with the channel and you just know in the back of your hearts and your mind, you just know that there's something wrong with our skies. And it's true. There's something going on up there. And if we could just get up there to see, we would see the truth. But as soon in the near future, we're all going to see the truth, aren't we? We're all going to see it. And again, the government will come out of another excuse saying, oh, it's this, don't worry about it. Or they're going to say, we've seen this all along and now we're announcing. Just at a point in time that we can't prepare for the huge event that's incoming. On this cam, you've got the haze as well, them chemtrails, and also that grey cloaking cloud above on the right hand side. And you see the line above the sun, that's a cloaking device with that simulator. It's blocking part of the sky so we can't see anything. Just cut at the top of the sun there. It's just so evident that they're planting these high technology cloaking devices up in the skies to stop us from seeing the truth all the time. So to humanity, I hope that we will all prepare for this. I really do. Because everybody needs to acknowledge the truth. We don't need the news media to lie to us and say everything's fine. They don't even report the chemtrails. There's more chemtrails than clouds, but they still say on news media that the clouds are just grey and nothing's happening today. Here on this other Mexico cam, this is what we're breathing in. Those chems on the right hand side are falling out the sky all the time. And people, as I said before, in Mexico are complaining of colds, heavy eyes, stinging eyes, flu-like symptoms all through the year. I mean, again, people smoke and what have you, and there's car exhaust fumes, and we get blamed for climate change. But well, look what they're doing. They're spraying using these toxins and aluminium and poisons, and they're getting away with it, aren't they? And they're saying it's our fault that the ozone layer is disappearing. They're burning our safety zone up there in the atmosphere away. So they're fighting a losing battle all the time. It really is astonishing how they're getting away with this. They really are, because they need to stop it now, because we as humans on this planet, it is our planet, not theirs. And also, people are changing as well. We're on this Mother Earth, flying through this orbit, and we have got going through all these little differences in our lives. But look at the big page, think out the box. We just need to be strong for each other for this preparation. Now, look on this cam. Look at the red haze on the left-hand side and the blue light source above on the right-hand side. This is so evident that we've got huge objects up there. The blue Kachina, the red Kachina, and the sun. These heavenly bodies have been documented in the past, and they are now here. They're now here in our inner solar system, and we're seeing those huge colour sources in the skies now. They can't hide it on the sundown and the sunrise. They chemtrail in the sky so thick now on the horizons, they try and hope that they will not get the truth out there to the public and the people. But it's a situation now that we're now seeing the true colours, especially on these Mexico cams. There is a lot of other cams in the world that are in high definition. I will look at them shortly as well. So just for everybody that's viewing the channel, respect to you all. And again, you can see this, can't you? Just in the centre to the left, there's an object that's behind those chems that are lighting up the chems on the other side. Now this is before the sunrise, and you will see this orange-yellow reflection from Nemesis, the binary twin. And when the binary twin does come towards us before that heavy pole shift, when the Earth gets tilted again, and everybody will be affected by this, this will only last a very short time. We will get a few survivors, and I hope there will be, for humanity to be fine again, to start this world as it did before in the past, with those Sumerians that have seen this in the past as well, and tablets got destroyed, only a few were saved, to show proof that this incoming object had been here in the past. So again, we've just got to, as friends and humans, to think out the box and be ourselves. Just be ourselves and prep and prepare for this big, huge event. Because I respect all of you. Take care.